What's going on? I'm Marcus. You're at the channel The Debt Free Dad, where we're following my first generation millionaire journey and we're talking and learning about finances along the way. I'm an attorney, a licensed attorney, licensed in multiple places, but not licensed in any place that can help you. So if you're looking for legal advice, if you're looking for financial advice, go somewhere else. Here, I'm just letting y'all know the moves that the family is making, and we're talking and rapping about financial topics. In today's video, we're going to talk about 5 investments that made rappers millions of dollars, and I'm going to give a few honorable mentions along the way. Now, I don't know who is your favorite rapper, who is your favorite entertainer, who is your favorite athlete. 90% of the times, most times, what they do, the skill set that they have, whether it's basketball, whether it's rapping, whether it's acting, that's probably not the main source of their income. So if your favorite celebrity, if your favorite entertainer, if your favorite hip hop artist is making money through a method outside of what they consider a 9 to 5, actually rapping, actually playing basketball, actually entertaining, acting, if they're making money doing something outside of what they would call their normal job, that means we damn sure got to find a way to make money outside of our normal 9 to 5, whether that's investing, whether it's starting a business, whether it's investing in real estate and getting into becoming a landlord, investing in the property side of the game. So I thought it would be fun to take a look at investments that made rappers million. Now, this list is going to be interesting. Y'all should know everybody on this list. If you don't, we'll give a little update. Okay, first up on the list, we're going to give an honorable mention because it's an investment, but it's not your typical investment, although it works the same way. We're going to talk about, honorable mention goes to Birdman. In the 90s, Birdman invested in Lil Wayne's rap career when he was introduced to Lil Wayne, when Lil Wayne was only 12 years old. He signed this dude on the spot. You can see why they really preferred to themselves as father and son, because Lil Wayne was 12 at the time when he actually first signed to Cash Money. This was better than any investment that Birdman probably could have made in the 90s. Lil Wayne and Cash Money went on to do great things. Cash Money actually formed the supergroup Hot Boys, which catapulted Lil Wayne's career. And we already know what Lil Wayne did as a solo artist. Birdman always pushed his solo products and occasionally jumped on probably one too many tracks, but because Wayne on it, those tracks were fire. So I'm giving an honorable mention to Birdman for his investment in Lil Wayne. The rest of them on the list are going to be more formalized investments when we're talking about real investment strategies, not investing in a rapper or an entertainer. Let's get to it. Okay, our next honorable mention goes to the rapper Logic. Now, I don't know if you all know or familiar with who Logic is, but I'll tell you, this dude, just from a lyrical standpoint, this dude has bars for days. He is really nice. Definitely one of the most underrated hip hop artists out there, in my opinion. He's hitting that honorable mention list because of his investment in Bitcoin. When Bitcoin first started, you could get Bitcoin for 1 cent, for even fractions of a cent. And I know a lot of people probably kicking themselves in the you know what. I'm kicking myself in the you know what because I didn't jump on it. But Logic didn't even jump on Bitcoin when it was at his lowest. Logic actually made a $6 million investment into Bitcoin in November of 2020 when Bitcoin was at $18,000 for one token. And now Bitcoin is trading for about $41,000. Now, the reason that he actually made this investment, he actually put it out on social media. And he really said, I'm making this investment because you only live once. I'm going straight YOLO. And sometimes every now and then going YOLO works. It tended to work out in his favor. Now, we don't know if he actually sold his interest when it was double, but he may be holding for the long run to see if Bitcoin is going to hit that 100K that's everybody talking about. But we are definitely going to give Logic an honorable mention with his $6 million investment in Bitcoin when it was $18,000 and now it's worth $41,000. Okay, now number 5 on the list is Juicy J of the 3-6 Mafia. Ever since I can remember, I've been popping my collar, popping my collar. If y'all don't know who Juicy J is, just look at the video footage on the screen. Well, in 2018, Juicy J made an investment in a company called Core Hydration. If you haven't seen it, you've probably seen this bottle of water somewhere in the grocery store, in the gas station. It looks real neat and high speed. Well, late in 2018, after Juicy J made this investment in Core Hydration, Core Hydration was sold to Dr. Pepper for $525 million. Now, we don't know the exact numbers as to Juicy J's initial investment and what his return is, but it's purported to be well over a $7 million return that he made on the investment in less than a year. That's crazy. That's big. That's number 5 on that list of top 5 hip hop investments that were made by rappers. Okay, number 4 on the list is the boss, Rick Ross, the CEO of Maybach Music Group. Rick Ross owns the record label Maybach Music Group. Underneath that record label, he got a lot of guys, especially from the DMV. Fat Trail was under there for a little bit, for a little minute. Wale was under there. Of course, we know the probably the best artist with Maybach Music Group right now, Meek Mills, who do a lot on the investment side of the game and helping out in the community. But Rick Ross is number 4 on that list with his investment in Wingstop. So when we talk about Rick Ross, again, outside of the music industry, this dude wrote a memoir called Hurricanes in 2019. So Rick Ross is also a New York Times best-selling author. He is estimated to be worth about $50 million. I can remember when I started seeing Wingstop pop up in the DMV. I was like, what in the world, Wingstop? What is this? Then this what Rick Ross talking about? Then when I taste those lemon pepper wings, oh my goodness. Too bad I don't eat that stuff now. But Rick Ross falls in on the list at number 4 for his investment in Wingstop and owning 20 Wingstop franchises nationally. Okay, number 3 on this list, and honestly, I actually thought about putting him at number 1, but because I'm only focusing on one singular investment, if we talked about it as a portfolio as a whole, this person would probably be close in the running to be number 1 on the list. Number 3 on the list is 50 Cent. This dude investment portfolio is a key to diversity. 50 owned part of the Mets. 50 had publishing deals. He had branding deals. We know what he's doing on TV because we know what he's doing on television because every show on Starz that is popular is a show that's executive produced and created by 50 Cent. But his best investment is probably one of his first investments, what he made in 2004 when he started working with a company called Vitamin Water. He helped them create a flavor vitamin water that they call Formula 50. 50 even talked about vitamin water in his songs. Years later, Coca-Cola ended up purchasing vitamin water for about $4.5 billion. It's believed that this deal netted 50 a profit of $100 million. So, hey, 50 falls at number 3 on the list with $100 million profit from his investment in vitamin water when he started with that company in 2004. Let's take a look, see who's number 2 on the list. Okay, number 2 on this list. Hey, y'all probably thought this person was number 1. Number 2 is the God MC, Jehovah, JayZ, Sean Carter. JayZ has a number of investments. It's believed that he invested $2 million into Uber in 2013. Hey, a lot of people didn't think Uber was going to be popping back in the day. Like, what? I'm getting a stranger on the app to come get me? Who would have thought it turned into what it is now? It's believed that his investment, his $2 million investment from 2013, is worth over $70 million today. So JayZ is definitely number 2 on this list. Now we're going to talk about the number 1 investment made by a rapper. Do y'all know who it is? Y'all let me know who it is. Tell me who y'all think it is. I'm a wait. Number 1 on this list is the Dr. Dre. Dr. Dre is number 1 on this list with his investments in Beats. Now, before I even go into Dr. Dre's investment in Beats, let's just think about how good of a businessman Dr. Dre is. Dr. Dre started out he didn't start out, but he became the prominence in a rap group called NWA. He walked away from that. After he walked away from that, he went and established and founded Death Row Records, made Death Row into one of the most prominent hip hop record labels in existence, walked away from that. Then he created Aftermath Record and built Aftermath Record into an icon record label where he found 50 Cent, where he found Eminem. I mean, just think about it. Dr. Dre is one of the very few in hip hop. I don't know if y'all ever seen that question. There's a question that's often posed. If you could get financial advice, or if you had to do business with any of these hip hop moguls, who would it be? And it's like JayZ, Puffy, Dr. Dre, 50 Cent. And, they asked, who would you like to do business with? Birdman is on the list. The only person I would want to do business with is Dr. Dre, because Dr. Dre is the only one, in my opinion, who have created multiple multi-millionaires. Eminem came from the Dr. Dre tree. 50 Cent came from the Dr. Dre tree. Even though he don't want to admit it, Game came from the Dr. Dre tree. Snoop, a lot of what Snoop did came originally from the Dr. Dre tree. So Dr. Dre is really the only person who has developed a bunch of multimillionaires underneath him. When I say Dr. Dre, do you all think of his music or his headphones? Well, if you were an 80s baby like me and came up in the 90s, you probably think of his music. If you were born in the 2000s, you probably think of Beats by Dre, the actual headphones. It just depends on your time frame and how old you are. But Dr. Dre definitely made a great investment when he teamed up to create a special headphone that was not only produces quality sound, but it also was stylish at the time. And Apple was making trash headphones. It definitely left the door open for Beats by Dre to grab a significant portion of the headphone market share. In 2013, it's estimated that the Beats by Dre company was worth $1 billion. A year later, in 2014, Apple purchased Beats by Dre for over $3 billion. And we got to think of it. This isn't just some venture where Dr. Dre threw money in and put his name on a product. Dr. Dre is actually the founder of Beats by Dre, along with Jimmy Iovine. So, hey, salute to Dr. Dre. I thought it was just a unique thing to look at, to see how people have to invest to make money outside of what they would do or what they do as a 9 to 5. If your favorite artists, entertainers, your favorite investors, they're making money outside of what they do. If you actually take a look at a lot of these people, they make more money with their outside investments than what they do with their actual quote unquote job, rapping, balling, acting, whatever it is. So you always got to have some skin in the game when it comes to investment. I just wanted to shoot out something different and go over some investment that some of our favorite and well-known hip hop artists made that have made them rich and, kind of made their portfolio look extra nice. As always, if you like this video, make sure you hit the like button so this content can reach more people. Subscribe to the channel. Y'all take care. I love y'all. Be safe. Peace.